Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is one of the most iconic and recognizable brands globally, synonymous with refreshment, happiness, and American culture. Founded in 1886 by Dr. John Stith Pemberton in Atlanta, Georgia, Coca-Cola has grown from a small pharmacy experiment into the world's largest beverage company. With a product lineup that now includes over 500 brands, Coca-Cola has come to represent not just a drink but a way of life. The origins: a medicinal tonic. The story of Coca-Cola began with Dr. John Pemberton, a pharmacist and former Confederate colonel who developed a medicinal syrup that he claimed could treat a range of ailments, from headaches to fatigue. In 1886, Pemberton mixed a concoction of coca leaves and cola nuts, two ingredients believed to have medicinal properties, and called it Coca-Cola. Interestingly, Coca-Cola initially contained a small amount of cocaine, which was legal at the time, alongside caffeine from the cola nut. Pemberton's assistant, Frank M. Robinson, suggested the name Coca-Cola, which he felt would be catchy and memorable. He also designed the famous script logo, which remains largely unchanged today. The first servings of Coca-Cola were sold for 5 cents per glass at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta. The drink was marketed as a delicious and refreshing tonic, and while it had a slow start, its unique flavor began attracting a loyal following. Asa Candler and the rise of Coca-Cola. After Dr. Pemberton's death in 1888, a businessman named Asa Candler acquired the formula and rights to Coca-Cola for a sum of about $2,300. Candler was a visionary and saw the potential to turn Coca-Cola into a national brand. He aggressively marketed the beverage, expanding production and investing heavily in advertising. Candler's marketing strategy was groundbreaking for the time. He distributed Coca-Cola coupons, which allowed people to try the drink for free, and placed Coca-Cola clocks, signs, and banners in stores and public spaces. Candler's efforts helped Coca-Cola gain national attention and marked the beginning of its transformation into a household name. The bottling revolution. Initially, Coca-Cola was only available as a fountain drink, which limited its distribution. In 1899, two businessmen from Tennessee, Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead, approached Candler with the idea of bottling Coca-Cola, allowing the drink to be sold in places without soda fountains. Candler was skeptical about the idea of bottling but eventually agreed, granting them the rights for a mere $1. Thomas and Whitehead set up the first Coca-Cola bottling plants and developed a bottling network, making Coca-Cola available across the United States. This move was pivotal for Coca-Cola, as it allowed the drink to reach a much larger audience. The contour bottle, a design icon. By the early 1900s, Coca-Cola faced a significant challenge from imitators who produced cola drinks with similar names and packaging. To protect its brand, Coca-Cola needed a distinctive bottle that would be immediately recognizable, even in the dark. In 1915, the Root Glass Company in Indiana designed the now famous contour bottle, inspired by the shape of a cocoa pod. The bottle's unique curves and grooves made it easy to identify, and it quickly became one of the most iconic packaging designs in history. The contour bottle remains a symbol of Coca-Cola and is widely recognized worldwide. Marketing genius: Coca-Cola's brand building. Coca-Cola's marketing has always been at the heart of its success. From the early 1900s, Coca-Cola focused on branding itself as more than just a drink, it was an experience. In 1923, Robert Woodruff became president of Coca-Cola and spearheaded global expansion. Woodruff introduced innovative advertising campaigns and pioneered the use of coolers and vending machines to keep Coca-Cola cold. One of Coca-Cola's most famous slogans, "The pause that refreshes," was introduced in 1929. Coca-Cola ads began to depict people drinking Coke in happy, relaxed settings, associating the brand with positive emotions and enjoyment. In the 1930s, Coca-Cola began its association with Santa Claus, commissioning artist Haddon Sundblom to paint Santa in ads holding a Coke. This portrayal helped shape the modern image of Santa Claus as a jolly, red-suited figure. In 1971, Coca-Cola launched one of its most memorable ad campaigns with the song "I'd Like to Buy the World a Coke." The ad, which featured people from various backgrounds singing together on a hilltop, promoted a message of peace and unity, further solidifying Coca-Cola's image as a global symbol of happiness. World War II and global expansion. World War II played a critical role in Coca-Cola's global expansion. During the war, Coca-Cola's president, Robert Woodruff, pledged to provide Coke to every U.S. service member for 5 cents, no matter where they were stationed. Coca-Cola built bottling plants near military bases around the world, allowing soldiers to enjoy a taste of home. After the war, these plants remained in place, providing Coca-Cola with a strong international presence. Coca-Cola became a symbol of American culture, representing freedom, refreshment, and optimism in a post-war world. By the 1950s, Coca-Cola was available in over 120 countries, solidifying its position as a global brand. The New Coke controversy. In 1985, Coca-Cola made one of the most controversial decisions in marketing history by changing its formula and introducing New Coke. Coca-Cola had been losing market share to Pepsi, and executives believed that a sweeter formula would appeal to younger consumers. After conducting taste tests, they decided to launch the new formula and phase out the original. The public reaction was overwhelmingly negative. Coca-Cola underestimated the emotional attachment people had to the original flavor, and the backlash was swift. Protests, petitions, and even angry phone calls flooded Coca-Cola's headquarters. Less than 3 months later, the company brought back the original formula, calling it Coca-Cola Classic. Ironically, the fiasco helped reinforce Coca-Cola's brand identity, as consumers realized how much they value the classic Coke flavor. Diversification and acquisitions. Over the years, Coca-Cola expanded its portfolio beyond its flagship product. It acquired other beverage brands, such as Sprite, Fanta, and Minute Maid, and entered the bottled water market with Dasani. The company's diversification strategy aimed to capture a broader range of consumer preferences and respond to changing tastes, particularly with a shift towards healthier drinks. In recent years, Coca-Cola has invested in low-calorie and sugar-free options, like Coke Zero and Diet Coke, to address health concerns associated with sugary drinks. The company also acquired Costa Coffee in 2018, marking its entry into the coffee market, and invested in plant-based beverages and energy drinks, further broadening its product lineup. Coca-Cola today, innovation and sustainability. Today, Coca-Cola continues to innovate while addressing environmental and social concerns. The company has committed to reducing its environmental impact by improving recycling and reducing plastic waste. World Without Waste is Coca-Cola's ambitious initiative to make all packaging 100% recyclable by 2025 and to use 50% recycled materials in its bottles by 2030. Coca-Cola is also exploring plant-based packaging and has introduced limited editions of plant-based bottles, moving towards a sustainable future. Additionally, the company is investing in healthier and organic options, recognizing the global shift toward wellness and sustainability. Interesting facts and lesser-known details about Coca-Cola. 1. Coca-Cola's secret formula. The formula for Coca-Cola is one of the most closely guarded trade secrets in the world. It is rumored to be locked away in a vault in Atlanta, and only a few people know the entire recipe. 2. Santa Claus connection. Coca-Cola's depiction of Santa Claus in the 1930s helped popularize the modern image of Santa. Though Coca-Cola didn't invent Santa's red suit, their advertising solidified this image globally. 3. Share a Coke campaign. In 2011, Coca-Cola launched the Share a Coke campaign, which replaced the Coca-Cola logo with popular names. This personalized approach was a hit, leading to increased sales and engagement across social media. 4. Coca-Cola in space. In 1985, Coca-Cola became the first soft drink to be consumed in space, when astronauts aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger enjoyed Coca-Cola from a special space can. 5. Coca-Cola as medicine. Early Coca-Cola ads claimed it was a medicinal tonic that could cure headaches, anxiety, and even impotence. While these claims are no longer made, Coca-Cola still started as a pharmacy drink. Coca-Cola's legacy and cultural impact. Few brands can claim the cultural impact of Coca-Cola. It's more than a drink, it's a symbol of joy, tradition, and togetherness. Coca-Cola's ability to create powerful emotional connections through branding and marketing has helped it become a beloved product across generations and geographies. Coca-Cola remains a pioneer in marketing and branding, constantly adapting to changing tastes and cultural trends. Its iconic logo, bottle, and campaigns have created a brand that's as much a part of global culture as it is of the beverage industry. As Coca-Cola continues to expand and innovate, it remains a timeless emblem of refreshment and happiness.